Hi everyone, Mike Shellback, the Insurance G with your insurance solution. I am in the car just dropping off the kids to school. I just wanted to come at you and explain a few things. I've been getting a lot of phone calls recently with our Medicare department. A lot of our current clients are aging into Medicare, or they've been on disability for the 24 months and they're going on Medicare, and I find it very odd that they're so lost. Obviously, it's not their fault. The information provided is very scarce and the information is not very detailed and it's very confusing. So today's video is to understand or give you a better understanding of how Medicare works and the different parts and fees associated with it. First of all, Medicare itself is going to be an amazing program. Personally love it. I love it. Being an Affordable Care Act insurance broker for the last 5.5 years, it has been a breath of fresh air when we take people off of the marketplace and put them onto Medicare. Obviously, their level of insurance goes up tremendously. Their networks increase tremendously. They're able to see a lot more providers. That's a huge problem with the Affordable Care Act, but I don't want to go too much into that. Let me just explain how Medicare works, give you a better understanding. Now, Medicare is broken down into 4 different parts. You have Part A, which is your hospitalization. You have your Part B, which is your doctors. You have C, which is your Medicare Advantage. And you have Part D, which is your drug coverage. Now, when you first turn 65, or again, if you're on disability for 24 months, you are now officially on Medicare. Part A normally comes with no fee. It's normally free. Granted, if you are a high income earner, then you might pay for your Part A, but most of us will get that Part A for free. The way that it works is it has a deductible. Your deductible for Part A is $1,364. Now, with Medicare, your deductible is not an annual deductible. What you're used to is you have one deductible per year, and that's the end of it. With Medicare, it's different. It is what's called a per incident deductible. This is the first major change that we want to discuss so you understand. With original Medicare, regular Part A, that $1,364 deductible is going to replenish itself after you have no longer been in a facility for 60 days. So let's say you go into the hospital for 2 weeks. You pay your deductible of $1,364, and then you leave the hospital, but you have to come back in a month later. You will still be under the same benefit period. But if that month layover is more than 60 days, then your deductible starts over. You will have to pay an additional $1,364. Now, that is only for your deductible. That covers days 1 through 60. On day 61, you now have a copay, which would be $341 per day from days 61 to 90. That's a total of 30 days, and it's just over $10,000 in what you would be billed if you were in the hospital for that long. Now, if you're in the hospital longer than the 90 days, they give you what are called reserve days. You get 60 reserve days in your lifetime. These days are expensive. $682 a day is your copay for a reserve day. If you were to go through your entire 30 days of reserve, it's just over $40,000, almost 41 grand. So if you add that into your first 30 days that you have paid for, day 61 to 90, and your deductible, you are looking at over $51,000. It's a lot of money. Now, that is only for hospitalization. Now, your Part B, which is your doctors, specialists, outpatient procedures, things like that, also has a separate deductible. With Part B, you're looking at $183 per year, but then you're responsible for an uncapped 20% for everything. Now, again, that can be very expensive. We do not recommend people sticking with just Part A and B. We recommend either a Medicare supplement to pick up what A and B do not pay, or a Medicare Advantage plan, which takes the place of Part A and B. It is brought to you by a private insurance provider like United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, Coventry. There's a lot of big names in this industry that help with Medicare. These plans are great for people who don't want to pay their premiums for Part A and B, and your premiums for Medicare supplements. Medicare Advantage normally has a very low premium. Not saying that it's the best option for everyone, but it is an option. Part D, like David or drug, is your drug card. That is a separate policy that once you are eligible for, it is highly recommended that you purchase. If you do not purchase your Part D, you will incur a penalty of 1% of the national average per month that you no longer have and have access to that Part D. So let's say you were able to get Part D in January, but you decided not to get it for that year. You would end up paying 1% of the national average. It rounds up to about 34 cents a month that you would have to spend extra for the rest of your life on that plan. Okay, that's something very important to know. Now, as far as Medicare supplements are concerned, Medicare supplements are fantastic. If you can afford them, they are definitely the way to go. For one, Medicare supplements do not have a network. So if your doctor accepts Medicare, he will accept your supplement. It doesn't matter the carrier. It only matters that you have a Medicare supplement. Medicare supplements are also standardized. And what that means is that every insurance company that offers these supplements, as long as they're the same plan, will have the same exact benefits. The difference would be the prices. The prices change, and it's based on a bunch of different things, from their claims to their admin fees. Whatever the case would be, it's very important that we do the right research and we don't just go with the cheapest Medicare supplement, because your first Medicare supplement, you don't typically have any underwriting involved. But as you go into Medicare and you go deeper into Medicare years later and you want to change that Medicare supplement, chances are you're going to have to be underwritten. And if something's changed in your health, or if your health is just not very good, you might get denied for that Medicare supplement. So it's very important that when we choose a Medicare supplement, we choose the plan that has a strong history of very low rate increases. Obviously, the long-term goal is the key. If you have any additional questions, or if you are unclear about something, please give me a call right here. Number's about right there. I'll do my best to explain everything that I can for you. You can always instant message me. You can message my Instagram at Your Insurance Solution. You can message me here on Facebook at Your Insurance Solution. I, again, am Michael Shellback, the Insurance G. Thank you again for your time. Have a wonderful day, and please like and share this video. It is important that we teach everyone about Medicare. Take care.